You?
How are you? I'm good. How about you?
I'm good as well.
Okay, that's nice. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so how have you been this morning?
This morning,
Mm-hmm.
this in the today in the morning, I have a class with my original teacher.
Uh-huh. I had a class.
Oh yes,
Uh-huh.
I had a class. And what else? Today is my day off, so
Okay.
but I went to the dentist house
Uh-huh.
to for getting the scaling,
Mm-hmm. For what?
for getting scaling. Scaling, do you
Oh,
know scaling?
for?
Scaling. Do you know?
Uh, no, I don't exactly know what's that.
Is it really to make my teeth very clean?
Oh, okay.
So I getting
So that's just
scaling.
what you did?
Yes, and also I went to the gym for
Mm-hmm.
workout.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
okay, so how do you want me to correct you, by the way?
Immediately, please.
Okay, I'll take
Thank
note on that.
you.
Okay, so have you prepared anything for us tonight?
Yes, I read outbreak safe countries.
That's a very interesting topic. So,
Mm-mm.
what made you choose this topic?
Because I also want to know about the countries which
Mm-hmm.
are the safest country
Uh-huh.
when the infectious disease happened.
Okay, so can you tell me a little of this article?
Yes, this article say that this article let us know about the
Mm-hmm.
certain countries that which are the safest country in this
Mm-hmm.
world. And the article
Uh-huh.
say that countries would be New Zealand, Iceland, and Australia and Japan.
Uh-huh.
And most of this country common thing is that their country's location is kind of isolated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So and also the GPA, they have a
Mm-hmm.
higher GPA compared to another country, so
Okay.
they can live their life by themselves without other countries helping.
Mm-hmm. Other countries help
Yeah,
without
without
other
other
countries.
countries' help.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so what else?
What else?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all that I understand. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's already good. Okay, so from this article,
Mm-mm.
so it was said that there are really some places, or yeah, some places which are safe for outbreaks. If ever that you will encounter an outbreak,
Mm-mm.
so what do you think will be your first move?
Um. Well, outbreak.
Mhm.
Well, in my country,
Mhm.
then of occurs. I'm going to take a medicine, or if I if I get disease, or if I. What was your question?
Okay, so if ever that your country or
Mm-mm.
we will be experiencing outbreak
Mm,
outbreaks, what do you think will be your first step? Example, it is a disease
um.
outbreak.
Yes, and I'm going to stay in my home, and
Mhm.
if um whenever I come back home, I try to wash
Mhm.
my hand first
Okay,
and
that's
try
nice.
to try to take off my clothes
Uh-huh.
and put this clothes to mm, the laundry.
Mhm.
And I think the washing my hands or taking a shower would be first
Uh-huh.
to
Yes.
remove some infectious disease or infectious factor.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's a good answer because of course when there is an outbreak,
Yes.
there will always be the virus will always just be there, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, so we should avoid having it
Mm-mm.
just by or just by washing our hands and cleaning ourselves,
Mm-mm.
right?
And
So,
also, we have to go to the hospital and get
mhm.
vaccination.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Yes.
do you, for example, if there are also some viruses that hit your country,
Mm.
do you think it is also safe that uh, you will go to the hospital right away for your
Uh,
vaccination?
um, yes, I have to with the
Mhm.
masks and with
Uh huh.
the gloves and with the hat. I'm going
Mhm.
to hide my whole body. I'm going to protect my body
Uh huh.
with the gloves and the clothes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's correct because it is also a way of protecting yourself from the virus, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, so
Virus. Mm-mm.
yeah. So from this article,
Mm-mm.
why do you think does Australia, New Zealand, and
Mm-hmm.
Iceland are the countries um which are uh
The safe.
which are most affected by viruses? Why do you think?
Because that country is kind of far away from other country,
Mhm.
and well, this article also say that um, that countries are the Iceland.
Mhm.
Yeah, so mm, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Because of that country is very far away from other country.
Mhm. That's
Mm-mm.
correct.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is correct that these countries
Mm-mm.
will have a lesser chance of having the outbreak because they are separated or they are far from
Yes.
the countries which has
Mm-mm.
a lot of population. So, of
Mm-mm.
course, if they are far from these countries which
Mm-mm.
has a lot of population,
Mm-mm.
they have the lesser chance of having this uh,
Mm-mm.
viruses or the outbreak. So they are
Yes.
safer,
Mm-mm.
yeah, because of
Mm-mm.
their locations.
Yes.
Yes. So, um, Europe, UK, US, and Canada also was mentioned in this article.
Mm-mm.
So, why do you think are these countries mentioned?
Because first of all, well, this country is very mm, because of the location.
Mhm.
Yeah, that countries are very close with another country.
Mhm.
And what else? I'm not sure. Do you have some
Uh-huh.
idea?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just like the same as the
Mm-mm.
other countries mentioned earlier, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, oh, if have you ever watched the movie? It is from Korea, I guess. The Flu.
Um, zombie movie?
Yeah, it is also like that. But wait, I will search.
Okay. Train Busan or
Yeah, that is also
mm-mm.
one.
Mm-mm.
But the other one is um, it is the title is The Flu. So I will send you wait the picture of the.
Uh-uh.
It is like it is there's an outbreak. The story goes that there's this outbreak of a virus or a
Mm-mm.
flu,
Mm-mm.
and the people were not able to what's that to save themselves from that virus or from that flu
Uh,
that they had.
Probably I know what it is.
Yeah, it is
Mm-mm.
also like the train to Busan. Yeah, isn't
Mm-mm.
it? That is also a contagious virus.
yes.
Yes, and they were able to, or they have, what's that? They did all their means in order for them to save their lives, right? Okay, so
Yes.
this is the. Mm, can you see it?
Well, oh yes, the
Yeah.
flu.
So this movie, right? If you are familiar with this movie, so I
Hmm.
think they are just the ones who survived from that virus. Oh,
The flu.
yeah. Have you watched this one?
Oh, I forgot it. It is too old movie, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. It was an old movie. It is. I think it is first before the Train to Busan, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I guess. So that's also one example because there was
Mm-mm.
this movie shows
Mm-mm.
the on how harmful is an outbreak. Okay,
Mm.
so we also have here from our article the thing
Mm-mm.
called
Mm-mm.
mm, biotechnology. So what do you
Biotechnology.
yeah.
Oh,
So what do you think, or what do you think does biotechnology mean?
biotechnology.
Yeah.
Well, they try to use the biology
Mhm.
to make wait a minute. Discoveries biotechnology could see a
Mhm.
genetically engineered
Yeah.
pandemic threatened the survival.
Mhm.
Biotechnology. Well, I
Yeah.
don't have any idea about it.
Okay, so biotechnology are actually some they use this one from the
Mm-mm.
word itself. They are
Mm.
just like creating some they are creating viruses. So these
Oh,
are
yes.
engineered viruses.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it is
So
also flu, or how
yeah,
can
it
we
is.
get, or how can we get the biotechnology?
Oh no, it is like example for engineers, right? For
Uh-uh.
or there are some I think in the medical field
Uh-uh.
there are some people who will
Uh-uh.
create a certain virus. So it is their intention
Uh-uh.
to create a virus and spread it.
Mm.
It's either sometimes
Mm.
it
On
this can
purpose?
yeah on purpose.
Oh, really? Mm.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they do that in order for them to create a medicine
Mm-mm.
which will they sell in the
Mm-mm.
future.
Ah, yeah, yes,
Yeah,
I
in
know what
order
it
for them
is.
to gain more money, just like that. So
Ah, yeah,
yeah, so
yes.
what can you say about this technology?
This
Is it
technology.
yeah?
Oh,
What
of
can you say
course.
about this one?
Of course, it is very bad technology,
Mhm.
and um, like for earning the money, try
Mhm.
to make some virus on purpose.
Uh huh.
Of course, it is not good. I'm not sure how can I say that. Mm,
You go.
of course, it is not good.
Mhm.
And mm, yes, how about you? How can I say that this technology?
Okay, so this technology is harmful because uh,
Mm-mm.
people or
Mm-mm.
these people who make, or maybe it is at some point good if the technology is used or if they make some medicine
Ah, yes.
which really cures the people with
Yeah, they can
virus.
conduct experiments to
Mhm.
make
Yeah.
to make the better medicine for the
Mhm. Yes.
future. But they have to remove that virus right
Virus.
away.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So sometimes uh,
Mm-mm.
they created they create virus and they
Mm-mm.
also created medicine at the same time in
Mm-mm.
order for them to just have something, have
Mm-mm.
some money, I guess maybe
Mm-mm.
like that. So um do you think this is possible, or do you think there are really cases which happened before, like someone made the virus and
Mm-mm.
also made its own medicine like that?
Mm. So what was your question?
So do you think
Uh-uh.
uh, there are really some viruses made from this biotechnology?
Ah, this virus your question was this virus is coming from this
The
technology,
biotechnology, yeah.
biotechnology. What kind
Yes.
of virus?
Mhm.
What,
Pardon, is that
what kind of virus you mean? Like
anything, or
anything?
yeah, just like for
Mm,
example
mm-mm.
on the movie
Oh
Train to Busan,
yes.
right? It is,
Um,
yeah.
I saw a movie. The name is The
Mhm.
Monster in Korea.
Uh-huh.
Like the scientists want to conduct an experiment to
Mhm.
make how to say that, to make, wait a minute, mm, mutation,
Mhm. Yeah, that's
mutation,
right.
to make
Mhm.
a mutation.
Mhm.
So they want to, and after that they want to remove those kind of the virus, those
Mhm.
kind of the rickets,
Mhm.
but they remove this, they threw ricket away in the the ocean.
Mhm.
So because of this, like many, like the many fishes
Mhm.
drink that the ricket, and
Yeah.
they become very big monster.
Mhm.
So that monster also attack the people, and many people, how to say that, many people were killed by that monster.
Mhm.
So yes, because of the experiments and because of like certain people's the mistake,
Mhm.
many people were killed by the mutation. So
Okay.
I think that well, we really care about the result, the
Mhm.
our behaviors, the result.
Yeah.
Kind of this. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. So that's correct. So from uh there, right, we have a lot of examples of results of this biotechnology, like some some scientists
Mm-mm,
which failed or
mm-mm,
who failed some
mm-mm,
experiments sometimes
mm-mm.
are creating viruses instead of creating medicines, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And is it also okay if this technology or these people who made this technology, or is it okay for them to test their medicine to animals?
Ah, to animal.
Mhm.
Well, conduct an experiments on animal.
Mhm.
Mm, well, I'm not sure, but we still conduct an experiments on mouse.
Mhm.
Or yes, I feel really sorry about them, of course.
Mhm.
But for our technology and for making very perfect medicine,
Mhm.
conduct an experiments on mice.
Yeah.
Mouse is also alternative way,
Mhm.
or I think that's the best choice that we can
Uh-huh.
do. hmm
So it's just alright to use these animals for testing.
Um, I feel really sorry about it, but we don't. If we want to make the perfect medicine, and
Uh-huh.
if we want to protect or rescue the many people,
Mhm.
help many people, then probably I think we have to do. We don't
Okay,
have
it's
any
alright.
choice.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
we don't have really any other choice, but
Mm-mm.
they are just the best alternative, I guess, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so okay, so if you isn't it? It was also mentioned that
Mm-mm.
the isolated places
Mm-mm.
has the lesser chance of having this outbreak. So, if you will be given the chance to live in an isolated place, would you
Mm-mm.
or would you want to stay in an isolated place?
Um. Well, but of course, I'd love to go isolated country if
Mhm.
there is an infectious disease.
Mhm.
But I think that the
Mhm.
like
What's that?
travel, like
Mm.
the process to go another country is also
Uh huh.
very dangerous
Yeah. Why do you
because
think so? Why is it dangerous?
I have to take a plane flight,
Mhm.
and I don't think so. Um, like when we have to go someplace, we really care about the infectious disease. If there
Mhm.
are many infectious diseases in this world,
Mhm.
then I think that the better choice is just stay at my home and try to separate with another person or separate with the world.
Yes, in order just to save ourselves, of course, right?
Mm-mm. And
Okay.
also, I'm not sure that the government can take many people to their country.
Mhm. Of
Mm-mm.
course, they will also ensure
Mm-mm.
their people there, right? Just like in some airports, right? What do you
Mm-mm.
observe? What do they do usually when there are some, or what do they usually do when there are some a little or just not so serious outbreaks?
Mm-mm.
What do they do if they detected some passengers who has something?
Well, like if that outbreak is very severe problem,
Mhm.
then I'm not sure how can we do this to protect their country.
Mhm.
Um, they have to they have to how to say that they have to get mm, mm, to say that they have to be tested,
Mhm. That's right.
and then they have to wait for 1 days or 2 days
Mhm.
for the result
Mhm.
in the hotel room or in some place.
Okay, so that's also correct. So, um, outbreaks outbreaks are really dangerous, and
Mm-mm.
we hope that we never have this. We'll never have these outbreaks, right?
Mm-mm. I hope
Yeah.
so
So
too.
yeah. So I hope that
Mm-mm.
you really. Also, what have you realized, by the way, upon reading this? In conclusion, what have you
Conclusion.
realized from this article?
Conclusion of this article.
Mhm.
Well, when I read this article, I think that outbreak
Mhm.
is a very severe problem, and we have to take care of our body and get
Mhm.
vaccination, of course,
Mhm.
to protect our body. What
Okay.
about you? How about you? What is your conclusion?
Okay. So for me, I think
Mm-mm.
it is really a must that each and every one of us should
Mm-mm.
take care of ourselves. Like,
Yes,
yeah,
I agree that.
we should maybe take some vitamins, eat a lot
Um,
of nutritious food in order for us not to
mm,
get or not to be infected immediately when there are
mm.
some viruses, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and
And
then always warm ourselves, especially now that
uh,
it's almost winter. There, right?
yes. Yes, I think the outbreak is just something that can happen to everyone. So
Yeah.
we need to take care of our body by
Mhm.
ourselves by taking some vitamin or
Mhm. That's
wash our
right.
hands frequently. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree that.
Okay, that's so nice.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's almost time.
Mm-mm.
And I
Yes.
hope that you have learned a lot of things tonight.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, so that would be all for tonight,
Mm-mm. Thank you. Thank.
Sunny.
Yes.
Okay, take a rest and have
Yeah.
a good night.
Yeah. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye.